Hey, what's up, crypto world? I've been getting some requests for XRP lately, the last couple of days, um, out of the blue. I don't know if that's a bullish signal or not, but when it comes to measuring the psychology of the market, people contacted me and asking me for a chart on XRP. Could actually show some buying interest, but we could um, go into the charts here, and I wanted to show you a daily chart that I'm looking at for XRP, and go from there and see what it looks like. So um, let's uh, let's get this thing rolling. Let's take a look. All right, daily chart. Just a real quick recap of what's on the chart. Any of the dark blue lines are trend lines. The lighter blue line here is the 233 exponential moving average. The orange line is the 55 exponential moving average. Down below, we have the ADX, which is the black line, and then the directional index lines are the red and the green. The red's the negative, and the green is the positive directional index line. And all the rest of it is going to be Fibonacci retracements, and that's what I kind of want to look at today on this chart. Um, let's uh, let's start back here, back at the past here, and then we'll work up to where we're at today. Just kind of looking at the patterns here. If we start back here when we had a low at 25 cents, and it rallied all the way up to about 76 cents. Um, when we look at this, it retraces back right here to the 61.8% level, which was right around 45 cents. Traded a little bit under it, but it definitely found some support at this level. And then of course it bounced up here. The interesting thing is if you take the high at 76 cents and go down to the 45 cents here, uh, the 61.8% going the other direction is uh, right around 64 cents. Almost got there. So this area right in here found some resistance to work the other way. And then, I don't have it listed on here, but if you take this low to this high right here, the 61.8% level would probably be right around this level. And then it went down and made a full retracement. Then it even had a really large red candle here that moved all the way down to this, that created this blue trend line to the upside when it bounced off of there. But now, if you take where we're at here, uh, you got this move from this low to this high, and it worked its way down to this 61.8% level here, which is right around this 45 cents. And as we go forward, you're going to notice that this 45 cents is a pretty interesting resistance level, because after it popped up here to this 45 cents level, it broke right here to the downside, hit the full retracement, which you're looking for whenever you break something like that to the downside. You want to kind of wait for the full retracement to maybe have an area of buying. But as you can see, the ADX here was increasing for the bears, so this wasn't an area that you probably wanted to buy, because the trend was building strength for the bears as it worked its way to the downside, and then it made its low down here at 27 cents or so. Then we're starting back here. You get the low and the high here on this level. Then you get a 61.8% level right here at 34 cents from this low and this high right here. It tried a couple times there, but didn't quite break. The momentum wasn't really building for the bears at this moment. Came up to this point. It did break here, and had pretty close to a full retracement right here, off the 61.8% break to the downside. But we stayed in this area of consolidation as the ADX was really low for a while with not a lot of trend momentum. So as time went on, we broke this trend line to the upside right here with this large green candle. Um, at the same time, the ADX was increasing, with for the bulls, on the break, which is a good sign. It kind of bumped up when you look at the 61.8% level right here, came down and tested, and then lost momentum for the bulls here, and then it broke the 61.8% level at 30, almost around 32 cents, and then did a almost full retracement back to where the lows were. Then we worked its way sideways again, and then the bulls have since taken over with the green positive directional index going up and staying elevated above the red from here on out. And then the ADX is also elevated into areas of trend strength. So we're in this bullish trend now. Yes, we have been consolidating lately, kind of putting pressure on this level of this 45 cents that I'm looking at. And the reason I'm looking at it at that level now is when you look at, I'll move this one around here. Uh, when you look at the low down here and take the Fibonacci going the other direction for this high, this next previous high right here, um, it's already busted that 61.8%. So you take it to the next level, which is here. And that's where that 45 cents comes into play right now. This is really key resistance. And I've been waiting for this level to break to be a buyer. And then I also have this blue trend line coming down here that could be an area that you want to watch for a break to the upside. So that's where that 45 cents comes into play right now on that level. And then if it does break and you take it all the way from the other previous high on a Fibonacci, um, that's where my target of 57 cents comes into play. So if we get above, this 46 cents and we actually close above it, actually I like to filter it. Just a quick lesson on filtering. We got right here, it tried a couple times, but what I like to see is at least three closes above the line, or at least a close, maybe 3% or so above the line on a close. So since it only did it twice, it wasn't really a break, so it kind of wicked up and didn't really give us anything. It happened a few other times here with a couple other wicks, and just the other day it kind of ticked up just a little bit. So really, it hasn't really given me the signal I'd like to have. So again, the filter is three consecutive closes above the line, or a close that's 3% above that 46 cent level. So that's what I'm kind of looking for. And if that happens as momentum starts to build, which I kind of like, because the ADX is starting to level off, and maybe it'll start growing some more and get some more momentum in here, to where we can bust through above this level, and then look at a 57 cent target. So that's what I'm kind of looking at. The only other thing I have on here is the moving average crossover. The 55 crossed up through the 233. That kind of bullish cross. So the bullish cross really isn't a great thing in the near term. But one thing I do like is long term factors when that happens. So that kind of gives you a sign that this move to the upside should continue. So that's another thing. So if you want to be a little bit more risky, you can buy in here and hope for the break, so you can get a little extra on the market, or you can look at maybe just a little quick close, you know, Fibonacci retracement area. Maybe you wanted to drop back to about 41 cents or so before you get back in. But with the bulls in control of trend, the pattern looks nice. It's creating that pressure along this resistance. So I think we might be able to get enough to bust through here, get us up to this 57 cents, and then we can reevaluate from there. So I'm leaning a little bit bullish on XRP here over the next week or so. So just keep an eye on these lines and the indicators, and hopefully we can bust out. So uh, hopefully I tried to cover everything that's on this chart. I know it's kind of messy, and I hope it was easy to read. But if you have any questions on it, I'm at FiboSwanny out on Twitter. So ask any questions that you have about any of the lines, indicators, trends, anything that I'm doing on there. I'll be more than happy to help. So have a good day and happy trading. Peace out.